It's mid-June. Let's check out what's happening in the garden. I've got some pretty looking little strawberries, which are quite tasty. I have two plants. They really benefited by being transplanted to bigger containers, so I think I'm going to go even bigger with them. My blueberry bush had a tragedy on one of our 100-degree days, maybe 2 hours. It was exposed to the sun and it got all crunchy there, but new leaves are coming. And there are some blueberries. I've got it surrounded right now with something called scorch guard. I moved it from its place by the front of the house and put it back here in the herb garden where it gets some sunlight but not direct sunlight all day. A friend of mine gave this to me. It was a little tiny plant about a month ago. Now it's this huge thing. It's feverfew. I've got two of these nice pretty pink little flowers here. One is the existing one, maybe 5 or 6 years old. I got it at Walmart. It was in the dying clearance plant section. It's been great ever since. Every year it goes back and forth, from dying back during the cold weather to coming back beautifully in the summer, spring and summer and fall. And then here's its stepchild. A friend of mine brought me two, a pansy and this one. They were also in the dying flower section of Walmart, 5 or 6 years later, and I transplanted it out here, and it's doing good. All sorts of Spanish lavender here. I had some very beautiful irises, wild irises. I will inset some photos so you can see how pretty they were. This is my thornless blackberry. The one that's in full sun is getting more berries on it already, but this one has some small ones. It's going to be, I think, the biggest berry harvest yet. Chrysanthemum getting ready for fall. It dies back completely, has these beautiful bright yellow flowers, and then starts all over again. Real pleased with my artichoke. It's doing great. I have not successfully been able to grow artichoke over the years, but a friend of mine is growing artichoke about an hour north of me, and she's doing great. So I figure if she can do that, I can do it. I've really been monitoring this. This is one of the asparagus plants. I keep trying to straighten it out, but I think it's looking for the sun. Next year I'll be able to harvest it. Here's the other asparagus plant. It's doing fine too. You can see there's a baby asparagus coming up here. These were two packages of asparagus roots that I got at Walmart this year. Here's some green zucchini I grew from seed. Let's check out the refrigerator garden, or fridge ridge, as one of my hilarious viewers pointed out. I still haven't gotten soil for this one. Paul, who brought me this refrigerator, has been having some health problems. Actually was in the hospital for a couple of days. So we're waiting for his leg to get better, and then we're going to go and get some soil for myself and in his garden. The horseradish is going crazy, and I'm delighted. I planted it in here because if you let horseradish go, it will take over everything. I'm really trying to get more perennials in. It's just a matter of space, meaning space that I can plant things. I have a lot of space here, but accessibility to water and the hillside. So this flat area, Fridge Ridge, has most of my gardening, I think, here. So anyway, the horseradish is going great. Yeah, there's part of the root right there. That's good. My first lantana to bloom. I've got 2 more which will bloom. They need to be in another spot, maybe a bigger spot. Every year they go through the winter and I think they're dead, then they come back. So I think it's going to be fine here. Here's another squash plant. I'm not sure what the squash plants are here, and the reason for that is that I put them in these little pots with the names on the side, and then I planted them, and as you can see, I have a lot of these tags, and I don't use tags anymore because they start fading. So what I did is I planted these, and then I have a notebook where I put like a sketch of both garden areas and wrote down what I put. So I don't remember which one this is specifically. I'll have to go back and look at my sketch. I do have some acorn squash here and radish ready to pick. Thornless blackberry, because it gets more sun, it is huge. That and the other blackberry were in one package, so I separated them. I've got 2 plants. I was going to transplant this, but I think it's pretty well entrenched here, so I'm just going to leave it like that. But it has a lot of berries. One of them was black and I already ate it. It's great. Thornless, and they're nice and big. Some more tomatoes. Here's one of those containers I was talking about. This is okay, this is the yellow pear right here. I have, I believe this is something called I'm not sure, either it's a Paul Robeson or it's a Better Boy. Like I say, I have it written down. And over here on the left is Cherokee. Again, I'm not sure what type of squash this was. I planted a combination of winter squash and green and yellow and crookneck. I'll have to look it up on my diagram. Right here is the orchard area. I just had everything weed whacked here. This gets water all the time. There's some sort of spring that feeds it. So I have a grapevine. I have the blueberries I want to move here. I have a pomegranate tree and a fig tree, and I'll probably be adding more, but they're going to go along here soon, I hope. We've had some horribly hot days, but one of these early mornings when it's not hot, I'm going to start digging some holes. I also got some chicken wire so I can make like these cases or whatever to protect the roots, because we do have some gophers here. So I'm excited about that development, having fruit trees here. When I did the mow down, most of the flowers were done and over with, but these always come up relatively late. Kind of sweet peas. They're not really sweet peas. They're kind of a wild sweet pea, I think. So they left me some areas where they're growing. Did not take them all down. I asked them not to. And they're still providing for the bees and all the pollinators. Plus they're real pretty. And I do have some backup seedlings here. I have some ground cherries, which I have not yet planted. I gave them to 2 of my friends. Plus some others, different squash and 1 or 2 tomatoes, just in case. Well, that's it for now. I'm really trying to keep things hydrated and covered if I think we're going to get a heat wave. What happened with my blueberries was very disturbing, but at least they're coming back. How are your gardens growing? Thank you so much for watching.